Good morning everybody, it's Peter here. Wet morning, not too bad though. Dogs only, it was drizzle. They had their coats on and they were fine. It wasn't too muddy, so we had quite a good walk. It's not cold either, so it's quite nice. Done a bit of Joe Wicks over the weekend. Don't do it every day, depends what else I'm doing, but I've done a couple of sessions, so it was good. Haven't done any this week though. Saturday I had, Saturday and Sunday I go out in the car down to Sisbury to take the boys for a walk. When I got the car out, when I tried to start the car out Saturday, it wouldn't start, a bit dodgy. And then it started, and then it didn't start, and then it started, and didn't start, and then it came up that the little box was a car with a key in it. I thought, oh, I don't understand this, couldn't find it in the book, so I rang the garage, and he said that the car isn't recognising the key. I said, okay, he said, it's something to do with the immobiliser. I said, right. So I then went out. He said, have you got another key? Try another key. So I said, yes, I've got a second key. I went and got the other key, started it up, fine, no problem. So took the dogs out and that was it. Sunday went out, again, messing about, wouldn't start, then it started, then it didn't. So I tried the other key and it was same with the two keys. So it did start. So I thought, well, I'll trust this and see what happens. So yeah, we managed to drive to our walk and we drove back and fine. And I was supposed to be going for Rachel's for lunch to collect my shopping. So I rang her and said, look, you know, might have a problem. So she said, well, if it starts, you know, you're okay. So I said, okay, right, I came up. No, it started and off I went, and it started to go back home. Monday morning, went out, tried to start it, wouldn't start. Oh gosh. So I thought, I'll just leave it because I don't need it. Tuesday, I went out because I was going over to Rachel's yesterday afternoon to collect all my Tesco shopping and have something to eat. So I went out to start. It wouldn't even start. There was nothing, not a thing. 2 or 3 times, changed the keys, nothing. So I rang the RAC. Guy came out. He was there within 20 minutes. He said it was only round the corner when they called. Very nice guy. Fiddled about with it, and he said it's the immobiliser. It's intermittently. Sometimes it recognises the key, sometimes it doesn't. I said, oh, so he said, well, I can't do anything about it. It has to go to, you know, Mazda garage. So he said, do you want me to, you know, do you want to take it down to your garage and I'll drive down with you? And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, let me ring them first. So I rang the garage, my garage. He said, well, I can't do it. It has to be a Mazda one because they have to plug it into their system. And of course, our system won't recognise a Mazda. So I said, okay, right, nearest one. So he said, Broadbridge Heath. So I told the guy, RAC guy, and he said, yeah, I thought that. So he said, do you want me to follow you up there? And I said, no, don't worry, I'll sort it out. I'll ring them first and I'll sort it out. So off he went. Rang Broadbridge Heath, yeah, we can look at it, we can plug in, blah, blah, blah. So I told him all about it and he said, hold on. Came back and said, no, we can't. He said, it's too old, we haven't got the up-to-date systems. He said, we've got modern up-to-date systems. He said, we haven't got anything, you know, will take the old car. Okay. And I said, and of course, Southwater's closed down. That's where I used to go because they were an old family garage and they had all the old cars there. And it's where my car came from 22 years ago. So he said, no, that's not it. So he said, the nearest one is Bookham near Dorking. I said, great, fine. So I rang Bookham, really nice guy. Yep, they could have a look at it, plug it in. It could be one of 3 things. A new immobiliser, which after a lot of chit chat and looking on the computer was going to cost me £1,082. Has to come from Japan, none in the country, of course. If it's the antenna, that'll be 320 plus VAT, plus the hourly charge. Or it could be a loose wire. If it's a loose wire, then it's £70 plus. Right, okay. So I said, well, have you got the equipment for my car? went away and said, yeah, we've got it all here. Yeah, we've got, that's fine, we can do that. So I said, right. He said, do you want me to book you in? So I said, well, no, let me kick this around and think about it for the moment. So I went home. I rang my daughter and said, won't be up today. This is the problem. So we had a long chat about it, and it's decided that it's got an MOT in a month. Now, if it holds the MOT for something, then that's on top of what I've got to pay. I wouldn't be paying for a new immobiliser, and I probably wouldn't be paying for an antenna at that sort of price. We're talking about £500 probably by the time it's finished. Car's not worth it. Why do I want to put £500 in a 22-year-old car that could fail its MOT next month? And then work to be done. So she said, look, we'll just have to cut our losses, you know, put that money, we'll find you a more up-to-date car, a more modern car, much smaller. Don't need a bigger car, much smaller. Right, so that's the decision. So she said, if you go out in the car for any emergencies, put a hot water bottle in, so that if you have to call out somebody to help you, tow you somewhere, you don't have to sit in the car and be cold. Make sure you're dressed up. If I was, well, not going out, she said, well, you never know. Right, okay, fine. So that's a decision, and I've left it in their hands. They're all going to hopefully look out for a little car for me. So that's the end of my car. She's been absolutely fantastic, I will say. It's a Mazda, and the RAC guy said, they don't go wrong. They don't go wrong. They are just superb cars. So I shall be sad to see her go, because she has been absolutely fantastic to me. So that's my little car. I'll have to see what happens. I had a Zoom meeting with the WI committee on Monday afternoon, and I've got a load of jigsaws here, and a couple of the ladies in the village, and I think I've got 4 people that come and get jigsaws from me. We swap them around, and they've decided that we were sort of talking about it, and I said, well, I've got a load here, so I'm going to be, because I'm in the village, I'm going to be the coordinator for jigsaws. So if anybody, they're going to put a word out that anybody wants jigsaws, then come to me, bring in one and swap it, or if they haven't got any, come and get one from me. So I'm the jigsaw lady now. That'd be quite good. Hopefully, we get a few people who are interested. As I say, I've got 3 or 4 in the village that already come and choose from me. I've had 2 of the calls this morning. One at 10 to 8 and one at 9:30. My washing machine insurance. So, because I'm answering all the calls, aren't I? You see. But then I got just after that, I got a message from the NHS from doctor's surgery. Look, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I had a letter from them, and I think I've told you I was offered Southampton and Portsmouth and all that. Well, then I got this message from doctor's surgery, and I thought, well, it's not my doctor's surgery, saying that click this link to book your vaccination. I thought, oh, that's good. So I clicked the link, and it took me to BT, download the app. And I thought, I'm not downloading any apps for this. This is not normal, so I just closed it down. And then a bit later, I thought, well, I'll have another look. So I had another look, and I thought, well, I'll just click the link and see what happens. And it took me to book your vaccination. So I don't know what happened earlier. Book your vaccination. So I went through it all. And I have got a booking on Friday afternoon. So that was fine. So then I thought, oh, how am I going to get there? I mean, if the car starts, then I'm fine. But if I get down to Durrington and I can't get back. So I've rang a girl in the village and said, could she take me, say no if you don't want me in your car, but could she, yeah, she said, I'm fine. I said, no, don't, no, she said, that I'm fine with it. So she said, the car's just been serviced. She said, I've got all these plastic seats on. So she said, I'll leave it on so that you can sit on that. And because when you get out, you can take it with you. So that's fine. And she said, we'll be masked. We'll have all the windows open. We're only going 5 minutes down the road. So that's me organised for Friday afternoon. So hopefully we get it done. And we hope we don't have to stand and queue outside, because somebody put on the sort of little local thing. Oh, if you're going to Durrington, you know, there might be a queue waiting to go in. Take an umbrella just in case, because she said I had to queue for a bit and I got a bit wet. I thought, oh, okay, right, I'll be ready with an umbrella. So hopefully I've had that done. I've got all the paracetamols in ready, because I reacted to the flu jab, so I'm ready for the weekend with all the paracetamols in case I react to this vaccine. Hopefully not. What happened yesterday? Oh, another fluorescent light went down in the kitchen this time. Oh, I only put one on the other end a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? But no, the other one in the kitchen's gone now. So I've no spares. I did have a spare for that, so there's no spare. So I've got a bag in the corner with all the spare with the boxes that I need to get to the wholesalers to get all these blooming bulbs. By the time I get there, I'll have no lights on in the house, the way they're going. I thought, not another one. So that was done. I think that's about it. My shopping was delivered this morning because I couldn't go yesterday and collect it, so it was delivered and put on my car this morning, so that was good. So, Rachel the other day gave me some clotted cream that she did. She said I'm not going to use. She'd used it for cooking and she said I'm not going to use this. So I asked her to get me a couple of scones, gluten-free scones, which have arrived. So I'm going to have scone and jam and cream. I've got some lovely strawberry jam, and I'm going to have half this afternoon. Half of one. I won't have a whole one because they're quite big. I'm going to have a half of one this afternoon with my cup of tea. I'm really looking forward to this afternoon. Jam and cream on the scone would be lovely. So that's it. Oh, I went up the attic yesterday, and one of the ladies who came to collect the jigsaw the other day said she's doing a lot of sewing, and I think I said she's doing her patchwork. So I went in the attic and I got my box down of bedspread patchwork. So I got it out, and it's more. I've done more than I thought. In fact, it would fit a single bed. What I've done, a single bed. So I thought I will finish this now, because I'm not going to make it into a double. But there's lots of bits that I'm missing. I've sort of pinned different colours in to, and it's more or less done, but there's a few holes that I've just sort of pinned a colour in. So I've got the machine ready and out. I did a bit of sort of sorting it out. I really actually need to perhaps press it, because it's been up the attic so creased, and I press it, it might look a bit better. So I'm going to start pinning these pieces in, and perhaps doing a little bit of sewing now and again. Again, it's got to be done during daylight hours and perhaps mornings, because in the afternoon when it gets miserable, my lighting on my machine is not very good. I might have to set up table lamp there on an extension and see if I can get that set up and perhaps do it, because the light on my machine, which sits underneath, I've got a spare, but I cannot get it fitted in. I don't know why. Perhaps the modern ones just are not like the old ones, and it just won't. If I get it in, I can't get it to twist and stay in. Sometimes I think, oh yes, that's fine, and all of a sudden it'll pop out. So that's not working. So I gave up on that last year. So that's about it for the moment. I'll have my little girl calling me. I expect any minute now. I'll get myself a coffee. So morning everybody. I hope you all have a good day. I'll possibly speak to you tomorrow. Goodbye.